Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM Silver Bullet for August 2nd. And as you can see, price is in a downtrend, right? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, things like that, right? So we are looking for price to start at this 10 o'clock hour and see if it's going to take out a high for a possible reversal or if it's going to continue down, right? We got to let price play out and see what happens. These purple dashed lines are the new week opening gap for July 21st and 23rd, that weekend. So there's their two. It's really small. It's like one tick, so it's very small. But we're going to go candle by candle here on TradingView, and I'll buy and sell based on closed candles. So it's not going to be ideal, but you'll at least see what is actually happening here, right? As for news, it already happened this morning, so we're not really concerned about it. All right, so let's see how each candle gets played out. Respecting that new week opening gap, see if it trades through it. She kind of like whipsawed a little bit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So obviously it doesn't really matter about that new week opening gap as much as some of the normal ones. So we take out this low. Okay, we do take out that low. So let's just mark this here. Where's my taken right there? And let's see what it goes. So we do have a fair value gap right here. Would I take it if it comes in there? No. I'm looking for a reversal. So at this point, because sell side's been taken, so I'm kind of just seeing how it's going to react to that and see what happens. Clicks into that. Alright, so I want to say that sell side's been taken here on the 1 hour. Go back over here. There's your 1 hour right there. So now a good sell side's been taken right there. Let's see how this keeps going here. See if we can continue to go down, or if we're going to come back up, retrace, or what. Here's a fair value gap right here. Here. Put that as fair value gap. It's too. Even if I took it high to low here, it's still in discount. So I'm just watching how it plays out. That's why I'm not taking it. So I know there's going to be a comment of, hey, how come you didn't get in right here to go short? Well, I'm looking for it to reverse. I'm seeing how candles play out. I know that there's a lower if we went to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, there's another swing low down here. So I'm just kind of seeing how this price plays out right now. So if it comes back or coming down, then these fair value gaps held. That would be good. But I'm not confident in this at the moment. I don't know how else to say that. I want to see how it reacts here. So it comes back down and if it comes back, I would take it. But it's just not in. It's not in a premium to go short. So I can take this. Coming back in here, I could take it to go short. Okay. Let's see if we get a market structure shift or what happens. Price is respecting it and blows right past it. Okay, so now that becomes an inversion fair value gap. Let's see if price does here. Now there is a fair value gap right here as well. So we'll see how that is reacted to. We're stuck in between PD arrays. So one thing I want to show you that is that on the 5 minute you have a fair value gap right here, and then a 15 minute is this is an inversion fair value gap. So if I go all the way over here, it was a fair value gap here. It came all the way through, price traded through it, and now it came back up. It's an inversion fair value gap. So it reacted to it right here, and obviously pushed price down, right? So I want to see why I'm kind of waiting to see if we're still going to go short, get some kind of confirmation, is because we've got higher time frame PD arrays here that can block price, right? So I want to see, can it push up and then come back in and use them as inversion and go up? Then I would take that as a true reversal, right? I just want to have a little confirmation because this price action isn't telling me exactly what it wants to do at the moment. I need a little bit of confirmation. Yes, you could say, hey, well, there's a fair value gap here. You could have gone long, short and it would have worked. Yes, you could have, absolutely. But if you did that here, you lost because it already came back up. I just want to see how it reacts to the 15-minute and the 5-minute and this 1-minute fair value gap all in a row. So this is a very sensitive area. If we get some pushback from that area, some confirmation, then I would be going short and targeting this area. If it comes up and above it, look, if you're just using the 1-minute time frame, you always have to have the 5-minute or the 15-minute higher time frame on open or looking at it, because you could say it could clear this 1 minute fair value gap. You could break this structure, and then we could be thinking we're going long, when in fact, if the 5-minute and the 15-minute hold price, you're just getting faked out on the 1 minute because you're zoomed in too close to the time frame, right? You're like in a forest, you're staring at the tree and you can't see the rest of the forest behind you. So you got to step back and see the whole map, the whole area, and that's why you got to use, sometimes it's nice to have other confluences, which is higher time frame PD arrays, especially if they're right there, just to see how they react. If it blows right through it, we're good. Like I'm going long all day long. Okay, so hopefully that explains why I'm holding at the moment. Okay, well that does close above this swing high that created the swing low. So that is a market structure shift on the 1 minute, where it stopped right on the top of the 15-minute inversion fair value gap. It's just now hitting the 5-minute fair value gap, and it's in the middle of, close to the middle of the 1 minute fair value gap. I know it's a lot there, but I'm going to move these over so you can see them so they're not trampled on. All right. So we're waiting. We need prices to keep telling us exactly what it wants to do, because I can see it going either way. I can see it hit this and come down. I can see it blow right through, tap into this, and go up. I can see both ways here. So I'm sitting on my hands at the moment. I need more. Price needs to tell me what it wants to do. Now it's starting to tell me, but it stopped at that fair value gap. So we'll see how it respects that. If it comes back up and breaks this, then I'd probably be okay, because it closed above the 15-minute. I'd be taking that's a good sign to go long. See how this reacts. See, we're just bouncing in between these PD arrays at the moment. I'm actually seeing characteristics of wanting to go short, as in failure swing, failure swing. Okay, so this candle closed below this, making this an inversion, and then it immediately comes back up 2 candles, and now it's back above it. So if it trades back below it or through and respects it, then I'll get in on a trade. I'll go short, because then obviously that means the 15-minute is holding price. Obviously, candle closed right at the 15-minute inversion and the 5-minute fair value gap, and we're having failure swings here. If this candle closes below that, another failure swing. Okay, so we've got these failure swings here, so I'm kind of liking what price is doing at the moment. Okay, so now this is an inversion. If the next candle respects that, then I'm going to take a trade. Okay, I'm going to claim that as an inversion fair value gap, and I'm going to short 2 right there. Okay, let's put our stop would have been 5 handles. above this one. So I've got, look at all the PD rays that we got price on with this. I got an inversion fair value gap here. You've got the 15-minute inversion fair value gap there holding price. I got the another 1 minute fair value gap, and I got the consequent encroachment of a 5-minute fair value gap. This is a very safe stop, right? Now it could just blow right through, and that that means we're just wrong. We're on the wrong side, but it's got to go through a lot of PD rays to take me out. Fairly confident that that's gonna hold, right? So where would I be taking my partial? About 60% or so, 70%, somewhere in there. This is 10 handles, 10 points, 1 to 2, right? Risk to reward ratio. So let's see how it happens. Let's go over here. Notice how that next candle, the body starts at the bottom of the inversion fair value gap. Wick goes through it, yay, and then closes below, right? So it's definitely respecting that inversion fair value gap. I need a candle close, buy my partial, so I can take one out, close, right there. Alright, so I can buy one there. Alright, we'll flatten that one, taking this out. To be fair, I would have taken this out. Let's see how the rest of it plays out. It does go further. Alright, so let's see what it looks like without this on there. Alright, so let's go back through real quick. We were definitely in a downtrend, right? And so we're waiting for our reversal. Obviously, that's the 2022 mentorship model. So we're seeing if that happens. But we're also cognizant of, in a sell market, we are looking for our PD rays to respect price. Now, if they do, then we're continuing to go short. And so we want to see what PD rays are respected and what gets violated, right? So as price came down, we saw it took out this sell side liquidity, and then it came down and took a 1 hour sell side liquidity, possibly 4 hour, I don't know, but it's at least at 1 hour. And so then we saw that we left behind a fair value gap here, a fair value gap here. We looked left, and on our higher time frame, we saw that we had now created a 15-minute inversion fair value gap, which is this orange one here. We saw that we had a 5-minute fair value gap here that was created, and then we have a 1 minute fair value gap here, right? And for us, the market structure shift would have been right here, which is in the kind of the middle of the start of these PD rays. So we wanted to see how price was going to come back through. For the 2022 mentorship model, we're looking for a market structure shift, right, after liquidity has been taken. So we get that. But we also know that we have all these, right at that spot, we have all these higher time frame PD rays possibly blocking price. So then we see how our fair value gaps get supported. And they do start to be, but then it starts getting violated. And this starts creating failure swings. And it is definitely supported our price, holding price down, the 15-minute inversion fair value gap, because it closed at the candle bodies, right, and the 5 minutes. So we're definitely looking bearish right now. And so when we trade below this fair value gap, creating an inversion fair value gap, we got in on the next trade. And we put our stop above this high here, which had all these PD rays to block our stop from being taken out. So we aimed for 1 to 2. We had a 5 handle risk. We got 10 handles here. We took our partial at 60% right in here, and we hit our TP target. Okay, we made $787.50, and that's how the Silver Bullet setup was for Wednesday, August 2nd.